Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is LBThaRealist, and this is Realistic Studios. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are well. If not, I hope you guys do better. So, apparently, Israel has a huge problem with African migrants. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is offering migrants $3,500 and plane tickets to leave before the end of March 2018 this year. So, Israeli officials have called these migrants infiltrators and a cancer who are in search of economic opportunities and who constitute a threat to Israel's social fabric and the Jewish identity. So, like I said, they've been offering migrants $3,500 in plane tickets to leave, or they face imprisonment or possibly worse. And you guys know how I feel about being black in this world. I just honestly think that there's a genuine hatred towards people of darker skin, or just African in general. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just a color thing or if it runs deeper than that, as in like we are, superior, like other people think that they are superior to the African people. I don't know what it is. But there is a deep hatred for African people and people of color. It's a very deep hatred, and it goes all around the world. So the new news is Israel is now hiring civilian immigration inspectors to crack down on illegal aliens and their employers. In an advertisement this month, the Population and Immigration Authority said it would pay up to $9,000, which it was a little less than 9,000. It was like 8,800 and something, for civilians to carry out an enterprise of national importance that includes detecting, investigating, and arresting them. African migrants, that is. So Israel is hiring civilians to go out and capture migrants. I can't see how this could go wrong. I can't for the life of me possibly see how this could go badly. I can't see it. The United Nations Refugee Agency estimates that there are about 27,000 Eritreans and 7,700 Sudanese in Israel. Amongst those, only 10 Eritrean and 1 Sudanese have been recognized as refugees in Israel since 2009. So their big thing is Israel, that is we want people to go through the right channels, to get into our country. But the numbers show that they're not letting hardly anybody into their country. And for the reasons stated above, they think that they're infiltrators and a cancer who are in search of economic opportunities and constitute a threat to Israel's social fabric and the Jewish identity. They just don't want Africans in their fucking country. That's just what it is. They don't like the sight of African people. It's a hatred. It's just like, it's a fucking hatred. And you can, talk all that shit you want about, they're just, they're taking jobs and they're doing this, they're crime and all that bullshit. These people are escaping death, torture, famine, war, all kinds of bullshit that a lot of these first world countries have done to them. They're escaping that shit. And when they enter the country in search of a better life for themselves, just like anybody else, they're called infiltrators. They're called cancers. It's just fucking ridiculous. It's just more... it's crazy. So, since Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called for the migrants to leave by the end of March, or else they face imprisonment, nearly 500 academics and 35 prominent Israeli writers have called on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu not to deport the asylum seekers. More than 750 rabbis and other Jewish clergy in the United States have signed a letter calling on Israel to reverse its plan to deport the migrants. Holocaust survivors in Israel have pleaded with the Prime Minister not to expel them. Hundreds of rabbis have also promised to hide refugees, campaigning under the name Anne Frank, the Holocaust victim who hid in an attic apartment in Amsterdam with her family before she was captured and killed. So that warms my heart. honestly, that just warms my soul that there are people within Israel that are against this, and people that, outside of Israel that are against this. Nearly 500 academics, 35 prominent Israeli writers have called on the prime minister to stop this. There was a letter written by more than 750 rabbis and other Jewish clergy in the U.S. And there are even rabbis within Israel, according to some sources, that have promised to hide refugees, just like Anne Frank. And these people are saying that, how can you do this as a people? How can you deport these people and call them a cancer and say that they're infiltrators when we ourselves were tortured and killed off? Like, what I'm saying? Like, we ourselves went through a similar situation being refugees. So it just, again, it warms my heart seeing this. It's a sad state of Israel that that they want to just get rid of all the Africans. It warms my heart seeing that there's people that still care, but it also it's discouraging to know that in 2018 you would think that the hatred would be a lot. I mean, I guess it is a lot less, but it's still so prominent that shit like this still goes down, where they'll just kick out African migrants, or in Libya they'll enslave them, literally enslave them, or put them in prison for the fact of being African and being in their country. So fucking incredible, y'all. Remember to love, remember to peace and light, and spread that enlightenment. Catch me on all social media. For those of you that don't know, I do have a mixtape out for those that are interested in hip-hop and rap. So you guys can check that out on my SoundCloud. I'll leave that in the description. And until the next time, you guys, peace.